we hadn't planned to go to Iceland for quite some time, and the thing is that we've been also engaged for a year and a half, and we didn't have any plans whatsoever regarding the wedding. We didn't know what we exactly wanted it and where. But while we were searching for nice things to visit in Iceland, we stumbled upon this amazing small church, the Black Church in Iceland, very famous one. I won't pronounce it because I'll do it wrong. I showed it to Ivan. I remember clearly that day. It was 1 year before our wedding, and we were sitting right here at the seaside, and I showed him the picture, and he said, "Wow, if we were ever going to, get married somewhere, I would want to like be there." So I was like, "Well, I'll try and see, because if we are going there, why not, maybe to try and do it, together." So this trip, and then to have this great ceremony there, and response that it's possible and that they can make a reservation for the ceremony. We were in shock, and then we booked the hotel, the hotel, the beautiful, dreamy hotel, and it was it. The problem was to, keep our mouth shut and not tell anybody about it for a year, because we had it planned a year in advance. So that's how we came upon it. We didn't actually plan it, but it was just like perfect. When we saw it, we knew that's it.
And we wanted it to be, just the two of us, and relaxed, and no stress and nothing, just beautiful place, beautiful sights.
So it was a mutual kind of decision that you want to have it just for you and about you. Yeah,
exactly. Because we always talk about how at the weddings we know ourselves, we know how we are, and then we know that when we are alone or in front of each other, that's when we are the most relaxed and honest, and we have no pressure and no stress, and that's what we wanted to keep, because we said, like, let's make this just the way we want it, like regardless of what somebody else might say, we'll do it our way, because this is our day. So we wanted to just like be mine, and it was really, really amazing. It was amazing. I wanted to say this, like, it was nice. It would have been perfect, I think, in a lot of different scenarios, but having it there, it made it so special for us. I think you agree.
Absolutely.
Like, you were the light of the plane. It was so amazing. So we are so happy that we have found you. It was a bit tricky.
That was the tricky part. That was the hardest part.
But the crazy thing is, you were my first couple. I mean, I think I had 2 small weddings, but I was kind of like photographing for somebody else. So I didn't really have a portfolio or anything. Yes. And I think for me, the biggest thing was that you trusted me, and you were like, "You want you?" And I was like, "Oh my God, like, I'll fuck it up or something, So I'm very happy that you feel that way.
And you know what was with us, like, when we were looking for a photographer, since we are pretty easygoing, also regarding the ceremony, and that day, we were like, we wanted to keep it simple with photography as well. Like, we said to ourselves, it would be okay even if we had just one photo. Like, that's what we were counting on, like, just something to remember that day. And we were so surprised when you decided to take us on different locations, which were stunning and amazing. And even though we had some agreement, like it would take, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours. You put an extra effort, you went an extra mile, and like, you dedicated yourself so much. Amazing also as well. So.
And I think I didn't drive. I didn't have driving license back then, and I think that's the reason why my mother came with me, because she was the driver. And she ended up being the witness of your marriage and signing the papers.
Do you have a driving license now?
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
I think I got it. I got it the same year, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I think it was like July 24th. I think it was just like days after your wedding. So yeah, because
And we wanted, just we were looking for just one picture to be like, wow, this is nice.
Mhm.
And we trusted you, and then you sent us the photos, and we were like, oh my god, what
Oh
is
my
this?
God.
This is like this is amazing.
Amazing.
And the very very interesting thing is that when we came back to Zagreb, I was walking my dog and our dog, and I met a friend of mine, and she asked me where were we, and I told her we were in Iceland and we got married and stuff like that, and she was like, "Oh my God, can I write a story about that?" And I'm like,
She's an editor,
"No."
actually,
In a Croatian portal, news portal,
magazine.
magazine, yeah. And I'm like, I don't want that to happen, I don't want to be publicly exposed. It's our wedding and stuff like that. But she was our good friend, and she said, "No, I wanted to write a story just like you've told me, and I wanted to show the picture to show to people how it can be done." And she wrote the story, and since then, I don't know, like 20 or 30 people asked us about the wedding, the photographer,
The whole process,
and,
about you, and they always tell me, I want to have everything the same as you had it. Like,
yeah.
and I wanted to say that because we had an intimate wedding, intimate ceremony, and then like publishing it to giving it so a lot of people can read about it. Photos was something that people asked us, how did you decide to do it? But because it was so wonderful, and the photos were so amazing, it would have been a shame not to do it. But also the main reason was because we wanted to tell our story and tell how really it doesn't have to be as conventional and maybe
traditional,
as Croatia is.
Christian weddings are kind of a specific. It's like I don't know how to explain it.
It follows a recipe and it follows a certain path.
It's Balkan tradition, something like that.
And you know what it is, when something is off tradition, or it doesn't go down that line, people get really they tend to have bad comments. And with this story that was that was published, the comments were 100% positive and amazing.
Wow.
And she told us that the story was so well read, like it was the most read story of the month. And they published it also on Facebook at that time, and likes and comments went wild. It was like really, really wild. And that's how everybody found me and wanted to. I gave a lot of your contact to a lot of people, so it was like wild how many people wanted the same ceremony.
Beautiful. Yeah. I mean, you definitely represented, like, I just remember where, Ivan lifted your dress and you were wearing Converse shoes, and like, but still you had this like elegance, like with your wedding, it was like such a beautiful mix. So that's why I'm sure why so many people resonated with your wedding. It's like there's one photo of you together and you're smiling. It's by the church. And that is the photo that so many brides would point with the fingers like, Limonas, this is what I want. I want you to get, yeah. And that's, I think, I need to be so thankful to you guys for allowing me to like photograph your day, and as well for probably putting me where I am today, because of your energy and everything and the way I captured it. And many people were able to see that, the elegance, but at the same time, the simplicity of everything. And so.
Wow.
When I mentioned like that photography, I'll admit and be honest, it wasn't very important when we were thinking about our ceremony. We were like, oh, it's for photos, just one photo will be enough. And I think that it became like so meaningful and so important. And when we not only when we look at the photos, but like being here with you and talking to you, you know that we want you to do, not that this will not be maybe our last, you know, that won't be our last photo shoot with you. We want to like do it sometime again, because it's the bond that you establish with people. It's something special. I think that's the part. Like, I'm not going to say that it's easy to have a good photos, because I know it's not, and it's not. You've done an amazing job, but who you are and how you treat people and how you make them feel that day. Like, we could have had not bad photos, but even bad photos, we would still be so happy because we would know that you helped us feel so happy that day and make it a wonderful day. But apart from that, the photos were perfect.
We had like two people at our wedding, you and your mom. Yeah, perfect guess. We couldn't do better.
Yes, we couldn't do better.
Yeah,
best choice.
Oh, I love that.
I think that actually we were lucky. You know,
Yeah,
it was lucky.
I think it was like destiny.
Destiny, because you know people are so picky when it comes to wedding photographers, and they are choosing and looking, and it's a big deal for them. And we were like, okay, well, we will have a probably big photographer. Yeah, let's find somebody. And then we found you, and
you became the crucial part of the story. It's not like we have a photographer.
It's not about us. Like
now, when we look at the photos, this is like a time machine. We go, we see everything. I feel the air, you know, in the photos.
How you made us feel, and you are so calm, elegant.
I hate photo shootings. I hate being photographed, video recorder.
You did really, really good.
It was like a normal thing for me. You said just stand there and put a hand. Yeah, I did it, and it was like, wow, this is so nice. We had fun.
That's the word, you know, fun. I think that is the most important thing, is to have a good time, you know, and then everything else just falls into place, you know. I always say to my couples, like, it's gonna be an easy day. Just enjoy it, you know, and just let yourself be, and then, you know, and I'm there to catch you, you know. If you're, some people say, like, I feel like a paper box, you know, like, what should I do? I'm just like, let it loose, you know. I'll guide you if it's necessary, you know. And
I like the fact that I also did my own makeup and hair, and it made me feel so also relaxed. You know, it's like it was not something that I had to worry about, and also the fact that we didn't have guests, which would have been nice. Don't get us wrong. Like, you do it with the people you love, if that's what you want. And we do have a lot of people that we love, and you know, it was great. But just like, you know, because I was at my sister's wedding, so I know what it was like. Because I worried, are my grandparents bored? Are they okay? Are they tired? You know, and I know that I would have maybe also those thoughts if I was, you know, having those people. So so relaxed. It made us also have fun. Like, it was easy to have fun, you know, and to be ourselves. And like, we chose the time when we were sleeping. It was, you know, we woke up and
it was perfectly normal day. I remember the moment Emma was making her hair, and she wasn't like, you know, obsessed with it. She just took the rubber band and she tied the
ponytail and 10 minutes make.
Is this really happening?
I remember there was a photo of you, Ivan, wearing like different socks.
Still do that.
Still do that.
Every day. We wear different socks all the time.
Yeah. That's what it's about, you know. That is what the wedding should be about. Is about you together and you being yourselves and just having a good time and enjoying it. And I'm very happy that you guys had that experience, you know.
And the funny story, I don't know if we shared with you, but the moment that we finished the ceremony and went further, we changed our clothes, like my wedding dress, and we put it in the car, and we were doing it on the parking lot, and Ivan as well. And then we went somewhere to explore the Iceland, of course, and Ivan fell, and as he was falling, his ring fell off. So
it got stuck on a stone, and it almost broke my finger, And I never wore any. I feel like it's
dangerous for you.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know how to explain it. And I was like, Emma, is it okay if I don't wear a ring? She's like, yeah, sure. And we were it was like slopey terrain.
Yeah.
And I fell and it's stuck on the stone. And I was like,
so it's an adventure. It was really a nice adventure.
So you stopped wedding, did you stop wearing your wedding ring after that?
Yeah,
from that day.
From the first day we married, I never wore a ring.
And what about you, Emma? Are you wearing yours?
Yes. And he was like, "Are you going to be mad if I don't do it?" I'm like, "No, because I have to admit, actually, it does look funny on him to see him with jewelry."
I'm paranoid, like, what if I can't get it off? I don't wear it wristwatch
or anything.
Yeah, nothing. I just feel so, because I always do something with my hands, and I always.
And you see, you don't have to wear a wedding ring, but you still can be in
right
together. So
that's
that's the only thing that actually counts, right? That we love each other and that respect each other and that we are happy together.
Of course.
So
100%. And you seem very happy, at least
Thank
through
you.
the video. I can feel the good energy. So, even though there is no ring on the finger on. Wow, that's amazing. So I have another question. So I had actually 4 questions, but we can just we can wing it. You can choose one. There is the morning at Boder. How did you feel? The ceremony. Maybe we could ask the ceremony. Yeah. What did it feel like standing in front of the black church and just 2 of you promising love in Iceland? I mean, you kind of talked about it already, but I remember the photo. Just kind of the moment pops in my head where you were walking in, Emma, and Ivana just kind of turns to me like it's happening. Do you remember?
Yeah. It was really emotional. The ceremony was quite special, and we talk about it a lot, and we still remember it. And the feeling that we had while we were there, it was a brief ceremony, but it got stuck in our mind and heart.
It's amazing, how did that happen? How did the priest tell all those things that weren't religious? They were just
universal.
He felt the connection, and he just said it, and he mentioned something, you're in a magical place.
He said something, and it was quite special. He said the only miracle you should believe is you being here right now together, and that's something that's that's close to miracle. That was so powerful and so nice. I remember it, and he also made us feel so calm and nice, and it was honest, I would say, because it was only 2 of us, and then looking at each other and not feeling it was only him and me. So that's why it was honest, I would say.
And your ceremony, it was non-religious ceremony, right? Yeah,
it was non-religious ceremony,
humanist kind of.
Yes, I don't know how it's called, but yes, something. And then the priest, we call him Elvis.
Elvis.
Do you remember his hair?
Yes.
He was car. He was rock and roll.
There was rock and roll playing in the car. late. I'm sorry, I'm late. He said.
And he was like, yeah, and you're like, that's the quiz? This is awesome. Like the day is getting, it's starting to be even more long.
And then the flowers, your mom with
And
the
do you
flowers.
remember the priest he came before we entered? He came,
Yeah.
in what language would you like to be married? Would you like Latin? And then he started reading in Latin. We were like, Icelandic, Italian, and then or English. We're like, English. It was amazing. So he also made us feel really, really nice. And you probably remember, but the church is a touristic place, and then some bus came. But it's funny because we didn't see a lot of people, while we were.
No one was there.
No.
And then the bus came, and the people started to come out of the bus. They wanted to see the church from the inside, and
then
your mom was outside. And
she was like a security, like making sure nobody, and she did a great job. Nobody came.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you remember a lot after 7 years. When you think about it, a lot of details. Good job.
Yeah, magical day. Like what happened? Nothing happened, but it was magical. Like not like it's like okay, the bus came. It's like not a big deal, but everything was like.
We went to a lot of weddings after our wedding, and I always look at the people, the bride, the groom, and I look at the photographer as well, and it's also stressed. What's going to be the next song? How can I take this photo? It's always something. This guy.
Photographer is always in a hurry. He's always stressful.
And I'm like, oh my God, why do people do this to themselves?
And it's okay, whoever wants to. Yeah.
But for me, it's not for me. For me, the best thing is the thing that we had. It's perfectly calm and like special to relate to the moment. To that moment is like amazing thing. It's really
but
nice.
You see, the interesting thing is there are these groups of people that just love it, and they love to be stressed and they just thrive on it, and they couldn't do it. For them, your wedding probably would be boring,
Yes, exactly.
But for
That's
us,
so it's really should do as they,
How does it feel?
This was amazing for us. It's not going to be suitable for somebody else. It's like
that's the thing.
The whole point is you should do it the way you want to do it. Like
100%.
Yes.
What is the interesting part that both Emma and I we had the same feelings about the wedding, how we wanted it to be. It's pure luck as well. If we wanted something different, if I wanted a big wedding and there would be a problem or something. One of us wouldn't be satisfied.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why this is so
also so nice.
Yeah.
It's very. I've been in situations where my couples are experiencing difficulties because there are so many people involved in the wedding, and I'm talking about the family members that want to take control of things, and it ends up in a very uncomfortable way. And you think, this is a wedding. This is not. There are so many things that go wrong, and you're like, wow, why do you do this to yourself, and when people put their fingers into everything that is not theirs.
And then I always say, when I see something like that happening, when there's a lot of stress and not nice situations, you get dressed up and you look lovely and you have photos that are lovely, and it's like a nice memory to look at. But when you actually see it, I always see I always see how I felt, in that photo. Like that's why I like to look at the photos. I always have it bookmarked. I always look at them, and I know how I felt, and I know that was happiness. So you caught happiness, and we were so relaxed. We were ourselves, and that's what I like about it, because it takes me back to the moment of pure joy. And that's the I would rather have that than be having a perfect hair, perfect makeup, but I knowing that I was, stressed and something, somebody tried to make it different.
And I think we are kind of lucky with living in Iceland, because Iceland is a place where people come for the raw beauty. Like, they don't come for this perfection. They know that their dress gonna get like dirty and the wind's gonna blow, and people are a little bit like different. So I'm so lucky and happy to be working as a photographer in Iceland, because it allows me to kind of just like,
Dream job.
Yeah. So yeah. And one more question. So almost 7 years later, it's gonna be 7 years from now. It's 6, but it's gonna be 7 now in July, right?
Yes.
2018.
Yes, exactly.
So when you look at your photos now, 7 years later, like, what would be, again, I think we talked about it. When you look at your photos now, 7 years later, what emotions come up, and would you do it all again, or would you say change something?
All the same. Not a single thing.
No need to shout, guys. No need to shout.
No, we have to.
Sorry. This is like, do you remember it was kind of raining that day? I mean, it's always raining.
It was sunny and then a little bit.
That was perfect. I would want it to rain it again. Everything was perfect. Not a single thing.
I actually have from your wedding. Let me see. Where do I have it? I made these cards. This is from your wedding. Like, these are like thank you. Wait, I don't see myself.
Wow.
It's like this is from, I don't know if you remember, there's a photo in the gallery when I was driving home. It's one of the last photos. And this is from your wedding. So this is kind of like a card, that I write like a note on. And this is from your day. And you can see the rain and everything in the mountains. It was just like
charming. So lovely. It's so lovely. Wow.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So nice that we are kind of like a part of you still.
Yeah, a big part. Such a big part.
So nice.
So yeah.
And somebody asked me who wanted to, have a same ceremony as we did. Like, can I change the ceremony and something if it rains? I'm like, but that's the whole point. Like in Iceland, it's raw and it's a kind of wild, and you need go with the flow, as I say. So that's why I think it was a perfect choice for us, because it allowed us to be who we are. Like, we are both always in sneakers, so we wore sneakers. And also, like, it's Iceland. Yes, you're going to wear probably, something comfortable. Also, wherever we went, it was like required to.
It's Iceland, but this thing, the very day of the wedding, is like, I wouldn't change a single thing. Nothing. I remember it from the day we woke up. Emma was making her hair in the room. We met at the breakfast.
That's where we met
for the second time.
Yeah.
Then we went to the church, and I remember everything, and it's perfect.
And the walk from hotel to the church.
There's a photo.
There's a photo.
And I remember your dress with pockets. I remember we talked about it. That it had pockets, and you were able to have your shot glass in there.
Yes, we had the
small ones, the link ones.
Yeah. That's what we will greet you when you come to our house.
Yes, would love to.
Yeah, and I always show still after 7 years, whenever some skirt or dress has pockets, I'm like, even look, it has pockets. I'm still obsessed with pockets.
Oh, I love that.
Wow.
Yeah. Last question is, so I wanted to make it like a little bit special and kind of like ask. So it's called a message in a bottle. So it's a question that you ask a next person that I'll be talking to, or next couple. And So I talked to Lisa and Ben last time, and this question, I don't really think it like resonates with you, but maybe I can ask. So they asked, what was the moment you shared together that no one else knew about on your wedding day?
The wedding day.
That's the thing, you know, it's a little bit like there was nobody around you the whole day.
But the funny thing is, when the ceremony was finished, I think you sent us
Yeah,
a
you sent us
photo.
one preview photo. Because we asked you.
We asked you because we wanted to surprise our parents.
Yeah.
But it was a photo. We were not close in the distance. You could see the church. It was amazing photo. You could see the church and us, but you could only see that it's a couple. And we sent it to our families, and they both replied, "Oh, lovely! Who is this couple?"
I remember. I do remember that moment.
And we were like, "It's us." They were shocked, but so happy also. Yeah, maybe that was the biggest prize.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a great question, actually.
Because so they had guests. They got married here in Iceland. They had guests, and they escaped the whole thing, and they went into spa at the hotel. So after ceremony, after photo shoot, before dinner, nobody knew. So they just together, like two of them, went to like the hotel's hot tub and just sat there. So that's where this question came from. Like, did you do anything that nobody else knew about?
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
What they did with the spa is what we did with our whole ceremony.
Right. Wow.
So actually, it's a really nice question.
And would there be one question that you would like to ask couple that I'll be talking to next time?
The thing is that we don't know who the next couple is, how they got married. And I remember for myself, the moment Ema was coming into church, and you remember that as well. And I remember the feeling that I had inside my chest, and I was like, oh my God, I was really so emotional. And I'm interested in if that happens to that other couple. You know, the pure emotion, no stress. If someone is watching this, if someone is photographing this, there's no audience in the church. You know, if they were alone.
Maybe something like, what was the most emotional memory of that day?
Purest.
Yes.
Memory. I remember that I wasn't scared. I was sure of what I'm doing, and I knew it was the right thing. And I just felt oh my God, she's coming in, and she's like amazing. It's the feeling that someone else felt. I just remember that from that day.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.